Murad moved with an effortless grace, his wiry frame navigating the uneven terrain with practiced ease. Each step he took was deliberate, a testament to years of experience and an intimate knowledge of the land. The rocky paths that would challenge many seemed to welcome him, as if the earth itself recognized his presence. He wasn't imposing in stature, but there was a quiet strength in his every step, a resilience etched into the lines of his sun-weathered face. His expression, though strong, carried a kindness that was rare, a gentle reminder of the compassion that lay beneath his rugged exterior. The sun had painted his skin with stories of endurance and survival, each wrinkle a chapter of his life. His hands, calloused yet gentle, plucked a wildflower from its stem, his touch reflecting a deep respect for the world around him. These hands, though hardened by labour, moved with a tenderness that spoke of a profound connection to nature. The wildflower, delicate and fragile, seemed to thrive in his grasp, as if sensing the care with which it was held. In his eyes, the colour of rich earth after a summer rain, resided a depth of experience that belied his years. Those eyes, deep and expressive, held stories untold, memories of battles fought and lessons learned. They were windows to a soul that had seen the beauty and brutality of life yet remained unbroken. Murad was a man of few words, but when he spoke, his voice, a low rumble that seemed to resonate from the earth itself, commanded attention. His words, though sparse, were chosen with care, each one carrying weight and meaning. In a world filled with noise, his silence was profound, and his speech, when it came, was a rare and precious gift. He possessed a quiet intensity, a hidden fire that burned beneath the surface of his calm exterior. This intensity was not one of anger or impatience, but of passion and purpose. It was a fire that drove him forward, that fueled his every action and decision. Beneath his calm demeanour lay a determination that was unyielding, a resolve that was as steady as the mountains he traversed. He was a man who had seen much, felt deeply, and carried the weight of his past with a stoicism that spoke volumes about his character. His reflective nature hinted at a history rich with experiences both joyous and sorrowful. The depth of his thoughts was evident in his gaze, a gaze that seemed to look beyond the present into a past filled with lessons and a future filled with hope. Murad's journey was not just one of physical endurance, but of emotional and spiritual resilience, a testament to a strength that went far beyond size. They walked in comfortable silence, the only sounds the gentle rustle of leaves in the summer breeze and the distant chirping of crickets. The forest path, dappled with sunlight filtering through the canopy, seemed to welcome them with open arms. Each step they took was cushioned by the soft earth beneath their feet, creating a rhythm that matched the heartbeat of the forest. The air hung heavy with the scent of wildflowers and freshly turned earth, a symphony of nature's perfume. The vibrant colours of the wildflowers painted the landscape with hues of red, yellow and purple, each petal a brushstroke in nature's masterpiece. The freshly turned soil, rich and dark, promised new life and growth, a reminder of the cycles of nature. Rolling hills, blanketed in a patchwork of emerald green and golden yellow, stretched out before them, their peaks kissed by the warm glow of the setting sun. The sky, a canvas of oranges, pinks and purples, seemed to set the hills ablaze with colour. As the sun dipped lower, the shadows grew longer, creating a serene and almost magical atmosphere. A small stream gurgled merrily nearby, its clear water reflecting the azure sky like a shattered mirror. The sound of the water, a gentle and constant murmur, added to the symphony of nature. The stream's banks were lined with smooth stones and lush greenery, creating a perfect spot for reflection and tranquility. The tranquility of the countryside, a stark contrast to the turmoil that often raged within him, always had a calming effect on Murad. Here, away from the noise and chaos of daily life, he could find solace and clarity. The vast open spaces and the gentle hum of nature provided a sanctuary for his troubled mind. It was here, amidst the simplicity and beauty of nature, that he felt most at peace. The gentle breeze, the rustling leaves, and the distant call of birds created a symphony that soothed his soul. In these moments, surrounded by the wonders of the natural world, Murad found a sense of belonging and inner peace that eluded him elsewhere.
It's beautiful here, Seham. This place. It reminds me of simpler times.
Seham, her hand resting lightly on his arm, could feel the tension in his muscles, the unspoken words weighing heavy on his tongue. She had known Murad for years, their families intertwined by generations of friendship. She had always been drawn to his quiet strength, his unwavering loyalty, and the kindness that seemed to emanate from his very being.
What is it you're not telling me, Murad?
Her eyes, the colour of the summer sky, held a mixture of concern and unwavering love. Murad's gaze dropped to their intertwined hands, his thumb gently stroking her knuckles. The setting sun cast long shadows across his face, highlighting the worry lines etched around his eyes and the tightness of his jaw. Taking a deep breath, he finally spoke, his voice husky with emotion.
I haven't been completely honest with you, Seham. There's something you need to know, something important.
He paused, his chest constricting with each labored breath. The weight of his secret, a burden he had carried alone for far too long, threatened to crush him. How could he bear to see the concern in Seham's eyes turn to pity, to watch the light fade from her beautiful face? Section 5, a shared silence.
My heart pounded in my chest, my breath catching in my throat.
The blood drained from her face, leaving her feeling cold despite the warmth of the setting sun. Murad's words hung in the air between them, heavy with unspoken implications.
I searched his face, searching for an answer, a clue to decipher the cryptic message hidden within his words.
But Murad's expression remained unreadable, a mask of forced composure concealing the storm raging within. The silence stretched, each tick of the clock echoing the growing fear in Seham's heart.
What was he hiding? What truth was so devastating that he couldn't bear to speak it aloud?
Section 6. Whispers of the Past. Days turned into weeks, and the weight of Murad's unspoken truth pressed down on Seham like a physical weight. The once vibrant colours of the countryside seemed to dim, reflecting the growing darkness in her heart.
I found myself replaying our last conversation, dissecting his every word, his every inflection, searching for a hidden meaning.
One evening, while sorting through Murad's belongings, her fingers brushed against a hidden compartment in his old wooden chest. Inside, she discovered a stack of letters tied with a faded ribbon. The letters, penned in a hand she didn't recognize, were filled with words of love, longing, and a desperate hope for a future that never came to be. Section 7. The Unveiling. This chapter marks a turning point, a moment where hidden truths come to light and the past intertwines with the present in a hauntingly beautiful revelation. As Seham devoured the letters, a chilling realization washed over her. Each word, each sentence seemed to pull her deeper into a vortex of emotions she wasn't prepared for. The words painted a picture of a love so profound, so all-consuming, that it defied reason. It was a love that transcended time and space, a love that was both a blessing and a curse. These weren't just love letters, they were cries for help. Desperate pleas for a cure to an illness that ravaged the writer's body. The pain and desperation were palpable, seeping through the ink and paper, reaching out to Seham across the years.
The realization hit me with the force of a physical blow. It was as if the ground beneath me had shifted, leaving me unsteady and breathless.
Murad hadn't been hiding a dark secret, a past transgression. No, his secret was far more heartbreaking. He had been living with a burden so heavy, it was a wonder he could stand at all. He had been shielding her from a devastating truth, a truth about himself, a truth that, if revealed, would shatter the fragile peace they had built together. The illness that had claimed the life of the letter writer was the same one that now ravaged Murad's body. It was a cruel twist of fate, a relentless cycle of suffering that seemed impossible to break. He had been living on borrowed time, his strength and vitality a carefully constructed facade designed to protect her from the pain of his inevitable decline. Every smile, every laugh was a testament to his love for her, a love that drove him to hide his suffering, to spare her the agony of watching him fade away. Section 8. Solitude's Embrace. The once idyllic countryside, a symbol of peace and tranquility, now mocked Seham with its indifference to her pain. The rolling hills, the chirping crickets, the gentle breeze, all seemed to carry a cruel reminder of the future that had been stolen from them.
I stood on the hill where Murad had confessed his love, my body racked with sobs.
The truth once hidden now stood exposed, a cruel parody of the life they had dreamed of sharing. She was alone, surrounded by the beauty of a world that no longer held any joy.